I've been playing with Home Assistant Green for the last couple of months. And now the time has come to talk about how it performs, how it compares with Home Assistant Yellow, but also if this is a device for you. We'll start in a couple of seconds. Before we get any further, I have a favor to ask you. If you are already running your Home Assistant with the 64 gigabytes of memory on the 5 terabyte NVMe drives, running in a cluster, high availability on 3 continents, well, good for you. Sure, there are better and more powerful devices than Home Assistant Green. We all know that. So don't be PITA. Today I'll be talking about Home Assistant Green and comparing it to the yellow, not to the Space Shuttle or the Moon Lander. Now that we got that out of the way, let's start with the answers, because those answers can help you decide if the Home Assistant Green is for you or it is not. First question is, are you already using Home Assistant? If the answer is no, then this may be a great starting device for your journey to smart home, a local smart home. But if you are already using something as a Google Assistant, Apple Assistant, or Amazon Assistant, or even the Smart Things, then this may be a nice way to migrate from the cloud you are currently using to the local only environment. Of course, local only depends on the integrations you will be using, but let's keep it simple and use local instead of cloud. On the other hand, if the answer is yes, do you have Raspberry Pi 4, 5, blue, yellow, virtual machine, or some small or big PC? If the answer is yes, then unfortunately the Home Assistant Green will not be upgraded for you. As a matter of fact, it will be downgraded. But there are also cases when Home Assistant Green can be a complementary device. You can use it as a test device where you run beta versions, test the future releases, etc. On the other hand, if the answer was no, if you're running Home Assistant in a Docker, or if you're running Raspberry Pi 3, Green can be a next step or improvement over the previous setup. Also, with its price, Green can be excellent gift for your family members that like what you're doing and that would like to start the local smart home journey. Green is not a bad device, like some comments like to suggest. That's an excellent device for people just starting the journey that want to test and see if this is for them or not. Remember, while Green does arrive with Home Assistant pre-installed and ready to run out of box, it can also be flashed with something else and reused if you grow out of it or out of its capacity or decide that Home Assistant is not your cup of tea. Next question is yellow versus green. If you are already buying something, should you go for yellow or start with green and then later on decide if you want to move to yellow or some other more powerful device? There are some cases where I would definitely recommend to go with the yellow over green. And yes, yellow can be considered as a next step of Home Assistant journey, while Home Assistant Green can be considered as a first step or introduction to the Home Assistant world. With the ability to swap CM4 module in the yellow for the bigger capacity both in terms of RAM or eMMC storage, it also features three, in my opinion, crucial functionalities. Yes, they are crucial, but you may still enjoy Green without those functionalities. First, we have internal Zigbee or Sky Connect controller, and this is this one here. Connected Zigbee and Thread. The device comes with the Zigbee support out of the box, and it also enables you to future-proof your system with OpenThread and support for the matter. Next and super important thing in the long run is M2 support, or expansion slot. In my yellow I installed Drive, and it's not just expanded capacity, but also it greatly improves the speed of device. But on the other hand, it will also save or prevent burnout or degradation of the internal eMMC storage. Third, and something that may not be important to you, but it was important to me, is the support for the headers. Inside the yellow case, you have a couple of exposed headers, and those headers can be used for expansion of the yellow. For example, in the yellow I am using for the testing and for the recording, besides the Sky Connect it already has, besides the NVMe drive that I've installed, I've also added the Z-Wave module on those same headers. And now my yellow supports both Zigbee but also Z-Wave protocol. That way it enables me to test almost all types of the currently available devices, except unfortunately for LoRa. If we compare this instance with this instance, The only difference is that this one is running Home Assistant Green with 4 gigs of RAM, and unfortunately on the Green you cannot replace the CM module as it is not using the CM4 module. The 4 gigs that you get with the device is maximum the device can actually have, while this instance here is running Home Assistant Yellow with 2 gigs of RAM. Yes, everything I test and do, 2 gigs were enough. But on the other hand, I also have option to upgrade it as soon as I get my hands on the better 8 gig version of the CM4. I did mention the advantages of yellow over green, but great disadvantage of yellow over the green is unfortunately the availability of the CM4 modules. And with that, unfortunately, you have issue with the pricing. Because of the prices that have gone up for the computer modules, the total cost of yellow has also gone up. While you do not have to buy the additional stick, Sky Connect, on the other hand, you have to spend more money on the yellow itself, but also the computer module, and if you want to expand, also NVMe drive. If you do go for the Home Assistant Green, you can always go and buy Sky Connect module, and with that you will at least mitigate one of the things that yellow has and green doesn't have. That is the support for the Zigbee, but also OpenThread or Matter support. Downside of Home Assistant Green is, as I mentioned, it doesn't have M2 slot. That means that whatever RAM is available in Home Assistant Green or eMMC storage that is available in Home Assistant Green is all that you can get. The second issue is that there is no SD card slot. Actually, there is a SD card slot, but that SD card slot currently is only enabled for the recovery process of Home Assistant Green. You can always connect there both Sky Connect, Z-Wave controller, and for example the external SSD drive, and then move all the data from the eMMC storage and leave just OS there. If you do leave just OS there, the eMMC drive will last you forever. Not actually forever, but since it will not be used to write the database data there, it will prolong the life of the eMMC that is burned in or soldered to the board itself. Let's talk about specs or processors, because a lot of people like to compare apples and something like apples, because those two devices are not the same. Yellow is using CM4 module. That means it is using Broadcom BCM2711 quad-core A7 ARM V8 SoC running at 1.5 GHz. It also has optional Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capabilities, which of course depends on what type of a module do you get. And yes, you can also go for the different RAM sizes and also different sizes of the eMMC storage. On the other hand, Home Assistant Green is using Rockchip RK3566 SoC, quad-core once again, ARM Cortex A55 CPU at 1.8 GHz. There is a difference in the speed, where A55 or the Green is faster in terms of gigahertz. While on the other hand, if you put a heavy load on those two machines, the A72 or the CM4 module will perform better. If both devices are idling, the performance should be around the same. But if you put a high load, then the CM4 module or yellow will perform better. One way of testing the difference between the yellow and green is of course the speed. The only test I will be doing in this video is the speed of the startup of Home Assistant. I will not be doing a full reboot of the machine, instead I will be doing a full restart of Home Assistant. Both of the systems, yellow and green, have the same configuration. All of the same add-ons, all of the same integrations, all of the same errors, all of the same updates, etc. It will take a bit for these machines to restart because, as I said, these are recording setups and there is a lot of junks on them. But we will compare Home Assistant Yellow with 2 gigs of RAM and also Green with the 4 gigs of RAM. Yellow is running out of NVMe drive, but the eMMC storage is still used for the operating system, but the database is on much faster SSD drive. And restart Home Assistant and start. While the system has started, we are still in the startup process. We have to finish until we get the notification that Home Assistant has started. And it's done, 3 minutes and 59 seconds. And now if we repeat the same process, go to Developer Tools, restart, restart Home Assistant and restart, we will see how long does it take for Green to do full restart. After 46 seconds, Home Assistant is up, but we are still waiting for all integrations and components to finish loading up. And done after 4 minutes and 29 seconds. Not that big difference. Remember that both of these systems are really full of everything, ranging from add-ons but also components, integrations and hacks components that I've installed for the testing and also for recording videos. There is also one other category that I would like to compare Home Assistant Yellow and Home Assistant Green, and that is the power consumption. Yellow is using around 1.5 watts when idling or 2.5 watts if you have a NVMe drive. On the other hand, under full load, power consumption of yellow is between 5 and 9 watts, all that at 12 volts. And this is of course area where green definitely rocks. Under idle, power consumption of yellow should be around 1.7 watts. It's a bit higher than the yellow without the NVMe drive. But if you put it under the full load, the power consumption of Home Assisted Green should be around 3 watts total, of course, once again at 12 watts. So what is my final verdict? If you are just starting, or you want to migrate from HomeKit setup, Google Assistant, Amazon Smart Assistant, or SmartThings, it's a very good choice to start with, especially if you don't already have some servers that are running 24/7, 365 days a year. Also, if you want to set up smart home at your parents' house or give your friend something to remember, Home Assistant Green is an excellent gift and also a great way to start with a local open source smart home solution. If you already have data center with VMs or blue or yellow or small PC, no, this is not a device for you. Unless, of course, you want to get a device where you can tinker on, test various versions, test various components and integrations before you integrate them in your main setup. I run Home Assistant in multiple environments. I have Synology VM, Yellow, Green, Zima board, also iHost, TerraMaster and of course Raspberry Pi Force. They all are great and have specific uses and can be used by specific users. And I would recommend almost all of them for you to try if you haven't tried Home Assistant. If you already have any of that hardware, you can start and test Home Assistant. But of course, not each one of them is for every case and every implementation. It all depends on what you want to do and where you are currently at. And this is it for this Home Assistant Green video. I hope that you did find it interesting, and if you are just starting up, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you get notified on the future video updates, and I do release most of my videos around smart home and Home Assistant. If you did like this video, also don't forget to give it a like so that other people get it recommended from the YouTube too. And before I wrap up, I would like to thank all those wonderful people that are supporting me and that have become YouTube channel members. Thank you all for all of your support. But let's not forget each and every one of you who has watched, liked, subscribed, commented and shared my videos. Thank you. If you too want to support the channel, you can do so by of course subscribing, but also clicking on the join button down below and for only €2 or $2 per month, become a YouTube channel member. Or you can go to my merchandise store and get something there. Last but not least, you can also send me super thanks and I will be super thankful for that. I will be seeing you next time. Until then, bye bye and have